What's up, Raider Nation? What's up, Raider fam? This is your boy, Raider Joe. This is the Real Talk, Raider Talk, whatever you want to call it. I'm back at it after the draft. This would be the draft recap. Sorry I couldn't go live. I was actually at work doing my day job, unfortunately. I mean, this is not my day job yet. I still inspired to make this my full-time job, but in the meantime, I'm here to go over every pick from the 2022 draft in Las Vegas. I think we killed it. Raider Nation, please like, please subscribe, and please let me know how you feel in the comments below, and let's fucking go. So after losing our first round pick, our second round pick for Davante Adams, I guess no one's upset about that. I wasn't. I don't know anybody that was upset about that. So that transferred us to the third round. When it got all the way to the 86th pick, we traded back to the 90th pick, so we had to wait longer. But with the 90th pick in the third round, the Raiders selected Dylan Parham out of Memphis, guard slash tackle slash right guard slash. He played pretty much every position on the field known to man. Some say he's slated for right tackle. Others say that if he played center, then he would be an all-star. He would be a Pro Bowler. Maybe that's the direction he goes. But then again, where does Andre James go if that is the direction the Raiders are looking at him to go? Andre James is more your pass blocking, center rather than your conventional Josh McDaniels run blocking slash I can block the pass as well center. And this guy has the potential to be an all-star at center. I mean, he's already an upgrade over Andre James. Andre James came on very late after looking very terrible. He has a weird, funky way of snapping the ball. I don't think Josh McDaniels is too fond of it. And I think these picks are correlated with where Josh McDaniels wants to go with this team as far as offense. Especially in the trenches. So it's a great pick. The guy's versatile, so if we need him, we can have him go in pretty much anywhere. I mean, he's played left guard, he's played right guard, he's played right tackle. So, I mean, the only place he hasn't played was left tackle. So, I mean, he's very versatile. Great pick in my mind. Great value for the third round. So, hats off to the Raiders organization with their first overall pick in general. So their first overall pick in the third round. So it's very, very promising as a organization to see smart moves for once. So round 4, Zeus, aka Zamir White out of Georgia, running back. If Josh Jacobs wasn't put on notice by not signing his 5th-year tender or picking up on his tender, then this should be a red flag for Josh Jacobs. I love Josh Jacobs, but I've always been, that type of guy that you can get a running back at any point in the draft, undrafted free agency. You're not going to miss out on too much unless you got a guy like Derrick Henry, somebody special, maybe a Saquon Barkley, but Saquon Barkley's been getting hurt. It's a hard position to actually get paid because it's hard for running backs to stay healthy. You get hit on every play, not just running plays, but also passing plays as well. So it's really hard to stay healthy. It's really hard to get that big contract being a running back. And it looks like you get the guys that Josh McDaniels is used to having, and Zamir White, Zeus, is that type of guy. He's going to be running between the tackles. He has fresh legs because he had someone, splitting time with another running back, so he has some juice left in the tank. He had an injury in 2018, and people are so worried about his ACLs from 2018, where he made it very clear in those interviews that that's over with. It's 2022, and I've been fine since 2018, so you guys need to stop worrying about it. So I love the pick. I remember watching him at Georgia. Didn't think we were going to pick him up, especially in the 4th round. I thought we were going to go more corner. But I can talk about that later in another video. But right now, running back, Georgia, Zeus. I love the pick. I love his attitude. I really like the way he plays. All right, so round 4, once again, we got Neil Farrell out of LSU. not Cleve Farrell, Neil Farrell. And he's a defensive tackle, nose tackle. He's a bigger guy. He has some spunk to him, a lot of promise to him. He is your typical nose tackle. Definitely running a 3-4 like I tried to explain earlier and nobody believed me. There's going to be a mix between a 3-4 and a nickel package, but then again, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just keep on saying it on every video that I've been a part of, and it keeps on coming true for some odd reason. I guess I'm a good guesser. Round 5 was Matthew Butler. Matthew Butler is deemed the steal of the draft, and not just for the Raiders, but overall. I mean, they said this guy's explosive, and as you watch his highlights, I didn't get to watch tape of him. Not too much of it, to be honest. I saw a lot of highlights, but not actual footage. Coming out of Tennessee, he has a lot of twitch, he has a lot of anger, and he looks the part. How he dropped to the 4th round, I'm not sure. They said it was a deep draft for defensive tackle, which we just picked a defensive tackle before him, so I kind of believe it. He's explosive, he has twitch, he looks the part, he looks like a superstar. Let's see what exactly happens when he does get into the NFL. I love to see what he does in the preseason because that's when we're going to see him the most. I don't think we'll see too much of him actually in games, but I could be wrong. He could be that superstar that they see. So I'm not 100% sure, but we got a lot of guys to feed. We have about 14 defensive tackles right now. And they're not all rookies. Some of them are experienced vets. So it's very confusing why we have so many defensive tackles, but it's clear to see that they want to make sure they get that right. They figured out the defensive ends. Now they got to figure out the defensive tackles. So process of elimination, constant competition. That's exactly what they're doing. And I really like this pick from what I can see. Tell me your thoughts below, how you feel about the draft picks so far. It's clear to see that they wanted to solidify the trenches, the offensive line, the defensive line. They want to make sure that these guys, it starts in the front and then it transitions to the outsides, no matter what side of the ball you're on. If you're on defense, it always starts in the trenches, and if you're on offense, it starts in the trenches, and that's how you win ball games. So hats off to the organization realizing that we need to fix the offensive line and the defensive tackles need to be addressed. But like I said, cornerback is another area of concern, but that's for my later video. Please stay tuned for my next video. So we had 2 selections in the 7th round as well. We had Thayer Munford. I had to look at my notes for that one because I'm never going to get that right. If you've been watching my channel, you know I struggle with this. So therefore, Thayer Munford, offensive tackle. He played some guard as well. He played tackle. He's another versatile guy. He's more known for that guy getting blown up by a guy from Michigan and the defensive end. But he's great value to get in the 7th round. He's valued as one of the top guards or the top tackles in the draft. One of the top tackles. He just slid for some odd reason. I don't know the reasons because I don't pay attention to offensive line like I should. But I don't know why he slid so far down. I don't understand what the problem is. Comment below. Let me know the problem with Thayer Munford. I mean, I can't be that one play that made him drop all the way to the 7th round. So let me know why he slid so far down. I'm not 100% sure. And this 7th round pick, our last pick of the draft, was Britton Brown out of UCLA, running back again out of the draft. This is why I say the writing's on the wall for Josh Jacobs and maybe even Kenyon Drake, because Josh McDaniels is getting the running backs that he's accustomed to for his system. And overall, I think we pay too much money for Kenyon Drake. I think we're paying or going to pay, if we keep him, Josh Jacobs too much money. I think Josh McDaniels is not too happy with that situation. And not only did we get a running back through free agency, but we got 2 through here. We got about 8 running backs right now. I don't see why Kenyon Drake or Josh Jacobs doesn't get traded or released, but I think, traded in my mind. We need some cornerbacks, to be honest with you. So this would be the perfect opportunity to do so. We have veteran running backs that we did sign in free agency. I don't see how Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake actually stick around. So maybe they will, but not for that. I don't see them making it all the way to week 8 where the trade deadline ends. I just don't see it. But let me know what you think in the comments below. How did you feel about, the Raiders picking up another running back? The short selection of draft picks that they had, they chose running back twice. I mean, I understand offensive tackle, I understand defensive tackle. They're really going after that running back position as well. So should Josh Jacobs be concerned? Should Kenyon Drake be concerned? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know. Let's communicate. We're going to go over some of the undrafted free agents that I saw that I came across. Let me know if I missed any, but I saw that we did pick up a cornerback, Sam Webb. He's a decent cornerback at that. It's kind of like what we have already on our team that we picked up in free agency. An average guy, but nothing spectacular, nothing to, flare at or whatever. He obviously didn't get drafted for a particular reason, struggling with zone coverage, kind of struggling in man coverage. It has tendencies to, he can look really great at times and he can look really bad at times. So, it's a solid pickup if he's going to be on the practice squad, but I can't see him making the initial roster. But I can see him making the practice squad and not getting, swept off onto another team's practice squad, or even just making a team anywhere else, unless he blows up. Like he totally, comes off the scene and raises some eyebrows. Is the perfect opportunity to step in and do that, but I don't see Sam Webb doing that. We picked up a quarterback. His name is Chase Gabbers. Chase Gabbers is Derek Carr 2.0 with some wheels on him. And he can run a little bit faster, but if you watch the way he plays, he looks exactly like Derek Carr. Almost identical to Derek Carr. It's kind of scary. But he can run a little bit faster, and he has a tendency to run a little bit more. So why he didn't go in the draft, I'm not 100% sure. I don't watch the games for him. I watched some highlights again, and then I watched some tape. He makes questionable decisions. I'm not 100% sure about the coaching staff out there. I just saw what I saw on some tape and some highlights, and he looks exactly like Derek Carr. So who else to teach him a little bit better than Derek Carr himself? So I think this is a good pickup overall. You don't need those backup quarterbacks. You can keep one of them that has experience, but not all the other guy as well. We don't need all those guys. We can get rid of another one and keep Chase Gabbers. All right, so I'm just going to finish it up with the undrafted free agents. The next one is Zach Van Valkenburg. I seen him play, and he plays exactly how his last name sounds. He's very aggressive, very smash mouth, very all over the place. But he plays, aggressive, but not smart. So I see why he's an undrafted free agent. I believe he came out of Iowa. I believe he played a little bit of defensive end in the 3-4 system, so I could be wrong, but he's that outside linebacker that fits the Giants/New England Patriots Kyle Van Noy type of linebacker. He's not on Kyle Van Noy's level, but he's that type, if that makes any sense. Next up would be another offensive lineman that I can't say his name particularly well, Bam Middle, Azalinai. Sorry, I butcher people's names when I first introduce them every draft, so this would be another one. Don't know much about him, just saw that he was picked up. Now, this next guy, Darian Butler, I know a lot about. He reminds me a lot of, ironically, Jonathan Abram. Jonathan Abram, obviously, is our safety, our strong safety. Those two have the same body types, have the same twitch, but one of them plays linebacker, one of them should play linebacker. But that's my opinion. I don't know about you guys. It's a solid pickup. He'll probably make special teams because he's a bull in the china shop. That's why they'll keep him. He's got a ton of speed. He reminds me exactly of Jonathan Abram, just different positions. And he can't cover. He can't cover for the life of him, just like Jonathan Abram. And I'm going to go over one more. Isaiah Maioa. if I got that right, I should, play the lottery, but I probably didn't. That is cousin of Troy Polamalu. Since I forgot where I left off on Troy Polamalu's cousin, he's not quite Troy Polamalu. Of course, he's trained with him, but we know how that works and that, that hype. We'll see what he's up against. He's a safety as well. Let's see what he does. But at best, he'll make special teams at this point. I mean, he can make plays. I've seen him make plays, but then again, he doesn't have that much tape. I don't know what's going on with that. But then again, that's probably why he's an undrafted free agent. Next up, or the next two up, are two wide receivers. One I was very high on and I spoke about on Twitter is Trey Turner out of Virginia Tech. He can make plays. The boy can play. He lost his quarterback through the season. That's why his numbers are not godly. But I'm telling you, this guy can ball. So Trey Turner, hats off to that. I heard things about Justin Hall as well. So I'm mentioning Justin Hall, but I don't know too much about him. But I'm happy about the Trey Turner one out of Virginia Tech. But anyways, I thank you for watching. To my loyal subscribers, the ones that actually, been around from day one, that actually subscribed and communicate and talk to me and everything. So I'm glad that this is actually, a thing. I'm trying to make this my life. I'm trying to do this every day. I just don't have the time simply because I work that 9 to 5 that holds me hostage. But I'm going to try to keep on putting out my content as much as I can, keep you informed as much as I can, and accurately informed. These guys just throw, shit against the wall and hope it sticks. This is accurate information, stuff that I've actually studied, and it's also based off my opinion, but it's very accurate. But thank you for being a supporter, and please tell a friend, tell a family member, tell somebody who's part of the Raider Nation, or somebody would actually like watching these videos and help out a lot. Please like, please subscribe, turn your notifications on. And this is Raider Joe. This is the real talk. I'll be going live probably in June when stuff gets more interesting. Right now, it's a little bit boring after the draft. So we're scratching and clawing as far as, content creators. We are really scratching and clawing for actual content at this time. Draft is over, so we're kind of like waiting for that next big thing for Ziegler to pull out of his hat. So, but anyways, catch the next video. I'm out for now. See you later, Raider Nation. See you later, Raider fam. I'm out.